Hello friends, welcome to my new video on comparison between SDS and non-SDS. These are the two visa streams under which you can apply for Canadian study permit. After my last video on the topic whether you can study in Canada with IELTS band score of 5.5, many students have requested me to compare the differences between SDS and non-SDS visa categories. So in this video, I will be discussing all the differences in detail between SDS and non-SDS, and in the end I will share my opinion whether you should apply in under SDS category or you should apply under non-SDS category. So watch this video till the end, and if you like it, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. So let's start with the differences between the SDS and non-SDS category. To apply under SDS category, you need to have 6 in each section of the IELTS test. That is 6 in listening, reading, writing and speaking. If you do not have this, if you have less than 6 in even one module, then you cannot apply under SDS category. So you need to have 6 in each section of the IELTS test. Secondly, you have to pay the entire tuition fee for the first year to the college in advance, even before you submit your visa application. And finally, you need to have a GIC certificate, which stands for Guaranteed Investment Certificate. Whereas in non-SDS category, you can file the visa application with any band score in the IELTS test. It is even possible to file the visa application without having the scores for IELTS test, but it is not recommended. You must take the IELTS test. Secondly, GIC certificate is not mandatory, and you also don't have to pay the entire tuition fee for the first year. You just have to pay a small amount which is sufficient for the college to issue you a letter of admission or LOA. Okay. Next, much less documentation is required while filing a visa application under SDS category as compared to non-SDS category. This is because you have already paid the tuition fee for the first year and you have GIC certificate to show that you have the funds to support yourself in Canada. As a result, no other financial document is mandatory, and this simplifies the application to a great extent. Whereas in non-SDS category, you do not pay the entire tuition fee for the first year and you do not have a GIC certificate. So you have to show the funds in your bank account. This means you have to show the funds that you have money to pay the tuition fee for the first year and you have the money to pay for your living costs in Canada for the first year. So you have to attach financial documents like bank certificates, bank statements, or a certificate of fixed deposit and so on. So this complicates the application to a great extent. A major difference between SDS and non-SDS category is the processing time. Processing time under non-COVID times for SDS stream is about 30 to 45 days, which is roughly 1 month to 1.5 months. But in non-SDS category, the visa processing time is 60 to 90 days, and it can even take longer. This is because there are a lot of financial documents and other documents that need to be scrutinized by the migration officer, and of course this takes time, and therefore the overall processing time is much longer as compared to the SDS stream. A big and most important difference between these two categories is that the visa success rate is much higher for SDS category as compared to non-SDS category. There are many different reasons for this, but I will not go into the reasons for this video. You should just know that the success rate is much higher in SDS stream as compared to non-SDS stream. Finally, non-SDS category is available in all the countries of the world, but SDS category is only available in 7 countries. These are India, Pakistan, China, Vietnam, Senegal, Morocco and Philippines. So if you are living in these 7 countries, then you can apply under SDS category. Otherwise, you have to apply under non-SDS stream. Now, after knowing all these differences, you must be wondering whether you should apply under SDS category or non-SDS category. Well, if you have 6 in IELTS test in each section of the test, then I strongly recommend you to apply under SDS category. This is because the processing time is less and much less documentation is required. And the most important thing is the chances of getting the visa are much higher. So if you have 6 in each section of the IELTS test, go for SDS category. If you have appeared multiple times in IELTS test and you're not getting that score, you have less than 6 in 1 or 2 modules or maybe all the 4 modules, then you can apply under non-SDS category. Here you have to keep in mind that you file all the documents properly, especially the financial documents. If you do that, you will be able to get the visa. It's not that all the visas filed under non-SDS category are rejected. Many students get visas under non-SDS category, but you just have to file the right documents and you have to file them properly. Okay. So if you like this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And